Tiny Toys Tuesdays, episode 8. Today we have a fun little one that we decided to do while we wait for the new Death books to come out. So we'll do the OBR and Soulblight books the next couple weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, some pretty good stuff there. I'm pretty excited about OBR, and I know Cameron's very excited about Soulblight. So
Yes, I am. Soulblight every day.
Yeah. All right. So let's just start with what everyone's up to. I'll just start real quick. I am continuing my building journey. I have gotten all of my Sylvaneth built, and I am now working on some Tzeentch. I've got 40 acolytes to build, I think. So that's what I'm doing.
So how many models did you build between last week and this week?
Okay, Cameron, it's fine. It's fine. Actually, I actually built a lot. Let's see. I've got 3 Screamers done, a Magister on disc. I got 3 of the bows done for Sylvaneth, the Khorne hunters, and then a Tree Lord Ancient. No, just a Tree Lord. So I'm getting there. I'm getting there. But
that's not something to sneeze at.
But it is definitely taking me a long time. So we'll move over to Cameron. What have you been up to?
I've been reading leaks of Soulblight and all the reviews for Soulblight. And then I decided, let's see, I think it was Saturday. No, it was Sunday. I decided Sunday, I was like, all right, I know what I'm going to do. So I went to the store and I bought the start collecting for Death Rattle. And then I built it all. And then I sprayed it all, and now I'm painting it all.
Nice. So Death Rattle's got the
20 Graveguard and a White King on Steed, and then 5 Black Knights.
Okay, that's not bad. Not bad. All right, Erica, what have you been up to?
Do we even bother?
I know.
I've been eagerly awaiting the release of the OBR book. And I am also super excited for Seraphon to come out. So I am kind of just working on work, and oh, come on, it's Seraphon.
Too much life for my bed.
Waiting for that.
Yeah, I'm actually excited. I am very curious to see what they do with Seraphon. It'll be very interesting.
I mean, as long as they get rid of Finecast models, we'll be in good shape.
But I have so many.
All right. So the topic for tonight is our favorite and least favorite models per faction. This is not based on like competitiveness or thanks, James. Competitiveness or like meta, right? This is literally what do you find the most intriguing in that faction as far as a model, right? So we will. So how this is going to work is Cameron and Erica had already sent me their list, but I haven't looked at them because I wanted this to be kind of real time. So we're going to do this on the spot. You guys are going to see mine because I put my pictures on the slides, and then I'm just going to put the pictures in real time that Cameron and Erica say is their favorite. I didn't bother doing least favorite pictures because I don't want to. No one wants to look at Gotrek, okay? No one wants to look at Gotrek. Spoiler warning. All right, so let's go into the first. So what we did here is favorite and least favorite order faction before we get into the models for order. I did. I'm sorry. I know it's gonna be debatable, but Seraphon is definitely my favorite order faction because dinos raiding dinos, there is nothing better. And then for my least favorite, Fyreslayers, come on. They all look the same. They're all stubby dwarfs. They all look the same.
Oh, no. I agree with the Fyreslayers. Just Seraphon.
All right, so Cameron, we'll do you next. What is your favorite?
Oh, my favorite out of all of them is Cities.
Really?
Yes, it is the perfect blend of amazing rules and horrible models.
That's so okay. That's fair.
You don't play. You play Cities if if you like the old models, if you have a crap ton of models, or you really, really like the rules that they have. But like all the units that are in those ones, not the best.
Fair. Okay.
The cities makes them good.
Okay. And then, what is your least favorite?
Oh, my least favorite is Fyreslayers all the time.
Okay. I think I think you and me are definitely on the same. If I had to guess, Eric is probably gonna pick the same thing. But let's just see what she's doing.
If I have to go on a table and I fight 5 Fyreslayer people in a row, there's going to be a theme between all of them. They're all going to have very close to the same army, and I'm not going to be able to tell any of their pieces apart. I'm going to go ahead and fight and be like, what does that one do?
I will say,
one this one or that one?
Every single time I fight a Fyreslayers player, I'm like, I have no idea. That guy looks the same as that guy. What does he do?
Yeah, exactly. And I'm just going to nod my head and agree. You know what?
Sure.
I believe you.
All right, so Erica, let's move on to you.
I am 100% on the Fyreslayers all look the same train.
Yes.
So yes, that is absolutely, yes.
Sorry, Fyreslayers.
It just lacks variety. I know it lacks variety. Are they cool? Yes. Are their sculpts cool? Yes. Do they have any variety whatsoever? No.
Yeah.
I can go ahead and pick up what was a berserker and say this is my hero, and I'm pretty sure 80% of the time my opponent's going to just nod their head. So
they're not even gonna know.
the one with the hair, the one with
that
one
guy.
with the beard.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Yeah, that one.
All right, what is your favorite?
In terms of favorite, okay, so
Not-
I really wanted to say IDK. Because I love them so much.
I was on the fence too.
I don't think there's enough models in there. Is there variety of sculpt? Yes, but I just don't think they have the breadth that Seraphon has. So of course, I want a Seraphon.
Boom!
And I am so excited for the new sculpts coming out. I think they're even going to get better. Yes, Seraphon all the way.
All right, I dunk on you for Seraphon, but yes, I like Seraphon too. It's just not my favorite.
Dinos riding dinos.
Can't
get any better.
Amazing.
You give me a giant turtle with a laser on its back, and I'll be happy.
All right, so me and Erica were on the same page on that one. That's good. All right, let's go on to.
That will not hold true for the rest of us.
To Cities of Sigmar. All right, so my hot takes here is I can't even pronounce this, but it's definitely the coolest model.
The Cryptus?
Yes, the Cryptus. And then my least favorite, the handgunners are atrocious. Like, they are the dumbest looking model. Like, goofy, like, human looking dudes. They have goofy faces.
Okay, alright. I understand your reason for this. However, every single time I go to LVO, down the halls, there is always this one picture, and I think it's like a male strip show or whatever. It's just a male exotic dancing or something like that. And they all, every single time I pass by, me and all my friends look at it and goes, hey, look, there's some free guild guard right there. Because they all have the same exact little crotch patch on them. Every single one. And we're like, heck yeah, see, we got some city players here.
All right, so is that your least favorite?
No, actually, no, it's not.
Okay.
My least favorite is the Black Arc Coursier, because I will never ever play him.
Black, was it Black?
Black Arc Coursier. I don't think I've ever actually seen anyone actually play him.
Did I spell it right?
Yeah, actually.
Okay, all right, cool.
Oh, it's a K instead of a C for the arc.
Oh, gotcha. Those Brits. And then what is your favorite?
It is the Sisters of the Watch.
I knew that was coming.
Them.
I knew it was coming. I should have put it on there.
Yep, my magic elf girls with bows. I love them in Total War. I love them in Living Cities.
I mean, yeah, they are cool. I was on the fence about Sisters as well, but the Cryptus, man.
I painted 60 of them, and I went far in tournaments with them. Everybody hated me playing them.
I mean, they were egregious for sure.
It was fun.
All right, Erica. What?
So there's going to be a theme for me tonight, which is
Oh,
pretty
boy.
much things with wings.
Okay.
So the phoenixes, the griffins, they're wonderful. With cities, I also really like some of the weird models that I don't see a whole lot, like the gyro bomber and the gyrocopter and the steam tanks.
If only they were
I
good.
just think I think they're super cool. I love the Sisters of the Thorn. I think they're also really cool. I just think that there's a lot of really cool models, and there's so much variety. But yeah, I mean, things with wings. I
Are we literally
definitely
putting
enjoy the phoenixes are
things
just really pretty.
with wings?
Phoenixes. Definitely. I agree. Those are such beautiful models.
All right, we're gonna do. Since you didn't pick one, we're gonna do a phoenix.
You could put phoenixes in there. I also like the assassin. I like the cape, the little like jumping off the rock cape thing. Cool. Least favorite, I would say, is Drakespawn, either with the chariot or the Drakespawn knights. And the reason I don't like them is because I don't think they should be in cities. I think they should be in Seraphon. So I don't like that there's dinosaurs in cities. So.
And what was that? The Drake spawn?
Drakespawn? I think they belong in Seraphon, not in cities.
So
I'm
everything.
being selfish.
Everything comes from freaking cities. It seems like.
Yeah.
Well, absolutely.
All right. Cool. No commonalities in this one, so that's interesting.
It's like the Cities of Sigmar has the widest range.
I know
of
they
everything.
do. They've got so many models. All right, so let's move on to daughters. All right, this one's gonna be a hot take because I mean everyone's gonna say Marathi or the Shadow Queen, right? But I don't know, man. Give me some of those Khaine Shadow Stalkers. I think they're super cool looking. And then my least favorite, the Doomfire Warlocks just look stupid to me. I don't know, like the stupid.
It's like
Horse
they're
or
a
whatever
Cities
they're
of
on?
Sigmar model.
Yeah, they just look dumb to me. So, but those are my hot takes. Erica, let's start with you this time. What are your what's yours?
I'm gonna say the Shadow Queen.
I mean, this is your army.
Like that's the showcase in any sort of display that you see. I mean, that is the centerpiece. So it's really hard to not appreciate all of the artistry that goes into it when you see all of the different variety of paint jobs, all the different techniques that are used, the way that they look at lighting and those wings. That's just a stunning model. My least favorite, I'm going to say, is the Witch Elves. And I think that they were kind of a cop-out in terms of creativity. They're just like angry chicks with stabby things. And they fall over really easily. I'm just annoyed.
Fair.
When I bring out my tray of Witch Elves, because I'm like, they're not even that cool looking. There's angry chicks with stabby things, and they fall all over the place. And the banner's obnoxious. Like, why do you need... I will talk about banner envy later, because
there's
another
a lot of that.
I hate because of the banner.
Yeah, there's a lot of that in this game. All right, Cameron, let's go with you.
All right,
What's
my
your
favorite is going to be Blood Sisters, just because I love playing the game, and then like
okay,
it's
there's
just
a theme here. There's a theme.
It's just
here.
the shock factor of someone going over and just you fighting with the Blood Sisters, and there's 10, there's 15 of them, and then you go, oh no, I did like 8 damage, and they're like, ha 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 ha, your big unit that's most of your army did nothing, and they're like, plus 15 mortal wounds. And it's just, they're just like, what? I just love that feeling, just every single time. It makes me feel bad, but it gives me a small little light in my life right there.
All right, what's your least favorite?
All right. Unlike my friend Matt, my least favorite is the life takers, the harpy life takers. Those girls, the melee versions. I just don't like. They're so weak, and they're so like
they have wings.
They have a
wings.
use. They have a use, but it's so niche, and if I'm going to be using
they have gotten me battle tactics.
If I'm going to be using them, I'm going to be using the ranged ones.
Touche.
All right.
The Heartrenders.
I'm
The
actually
Heartlander's absolutely beautiful. That was going to probably be my favorite.
I'm actually surprised there's no commonalities in this one. This one is surprising to me. I was back and forth between the Shadow Queen because it is a beautiful model, but I don't know, man. The Shadow Stalker.
Yeah, the one you
so
picked
cool.
is really pretty.
The
Never
Shadow
actually
Stalker's
played the
cool.
Shadow Queen. I have one. I played the army.
How have you
Never actually
not
played her.
played the Shadow
Oh,
Queen? That
she's
is like
fun.
it's like the most common model in Dodgers of the King.
And I think that's the exact reason why I haven't played her.
Fair enough. All right,
I like to use niche armies sometimes.
let's move on to the worst faction, Fyreslayers. So my favorite is any of the Magmadroths. Again, I don't care which one you pick because they all look the same to me, but at least it's a cool monster, so they have that going for them. And then obviously the least favorite, by miles, probably the worst model in the game is Go Trash.
Yeah, but is that even a Fire Slayer?
I put him. You know what? I did it anyway because he looks like one. You know what?
Fair enough.
Garbage model. Anyway.
Well, we have some commonality, but for my favorites and my favorite, it took me a while to actually figure out the name of them, and I was like, I know what he looks like, I know what he does. What's his name? Because they all look the same, and it's the father on the Magmadroth.
Okay, so it's a Magmadroth. I'm not even gonna check. Would
just
you
a
know?
Magmadroth.
Would you know if I said this is a father on Magmadroth? Would you even know?
Wait, let me see this picture. There's only one way I can figure it out. No, that is not a father.
Okay, well you're better than I am because it looks like a father to me.
The only way I know that they're fathers, they're all Keyblade masters, and they have little Keyblades on them.
Okay, well I'm using this for both of us.
You can just keep it there
Yeah, just keep.
because the Magmadroth was mine. if you wanna add a different one, I also like the Invocation, the Molten Infernoth.
Yeah.
I just think that's cool how it's bursting out of the ground.
We can do
That
that.
was
think
a
that's
close one for me, but
Let me know if I spell.
But yeah.
Did I spell that right?
no idea.
I don't remember.
Infernoth. Close enough.
All right.
All right, my least favorite is the Volkite Berserkers. I had to look it up.
Look at this. Look at this Infernoth.
Ooh,
That's a
nice
pretty
effect.
cool. That's a pretty cool picture. I don't know who painted that, but they did a great job.
cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Sorry, Cameron. What was your least favorite?
The Volkite Berserkers.
Oh, Volkite. Yeah.
Let me
Because
guess. They have hair,
Yeah,
beards.
they're not Hearthguard Berserkers. That's all I
Great.
got for you.
All right. Perfect. And then Erica.
The one with the hair and the beard.
Go Trash.
Just,
No, I'm just saying, like, I don't really have a least favorite because they're
put-
all cool sculpts. They're just all the freaking same.
just
Yeah.
put Berserker. That's all it is, because they're all Berserkers of some sort.
I think the sculpts are really cool. I just think that there is absolutely zero variety unless you're nitpicking on where one has their beard jewelry compared to another.
If I
I'm
were
just-
to have a Fire Slayer army, I would have to paint all of my units differently. And that's the only way I'm going to be able to figure it out, because I would be very annoyed if I was not able to figure it out and my opponent was asking me questions all the time.
Yep.
Yep.
Super fair.
Fair.
All right. Let's move on to the next one. IDK. There were a lot in this army that I couldn't like. It was hard for me to choose because some of the sculpts, like even the little tiny shark sculpts and stuff like
Mhm.
that they have on their little base and
Alapexes.
stuff. And then Lotan with his octopus. Like there's so many cool sculpts and so many
They're
cool
such
bases.
beautiful models.
Yes, they are so
Oh, yeah.
awesome. But I
And
had
they're
to pick.
such creative artists
Yeah,
that
yeah.
paint them just beautifully.
Yeah. I had to pick the Aspect of the Sea. I think it is such a cool model. It is definitely my favorite. The worst one, which was hard to pick because I think I like all of them, was
Mhm.
the Ishran Tidecaster, but just because it's the most boring of in the entire lineup, I think. But those were my two.
Erica, go ahead and do yours.
So I was also either of the aspects.
Okay.
But Lotan for me is a close second. I just think that the movement, where it truly, like that model is one of them that truly looks like it is underwater with how the octopus is sculpted. I just think that one's really cool. You can't go wrong with a Leviathan. Can't go wrong with the Alapexes.
Yeah.
Those are super cool. And I just flat out don't have a least favorite. I think they need to add more models. Something that would be almost Screamer-esque, like
They need
like
to
a
add more models so I
Stingray,
can take them.
Manta Ray. I know. It would just be really cool. Or doing something that's more of like an anglerfish kind of thing with the teeth, so that you could get something that's like from the depths. I think that there's a lot that they could do sea creature-y wise that would fit in with IDK really well, and I want more.
We need crab infantry.
Yes.
We need
yes.
Ooh,
Give me crab infantry. Yes, that'd be awesome.
Crabaliers. That's all I want.
Crabaliers, yeah.
All right, my favorite. It's got to be the turtles.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love those turtles.
Yep.
Just the big old
Leviathan.
shells. My friend painting them like the TMNT. Just they're so good. And every single time I see one on the map, I'm like, I don't want to fight that.
Well, and everyone has such good paint jobs for the Leviathan.
Exactly. They just have they're so good, just painted everything.
And then, what's your least favorite?
So, I like all the models for them, so I had to go purely off of gameplay perspective, and I'd say the melee Eidolon.
Okay.
Just there's better things to do in melee. I don't even know what aspect it is, but
yeah, I was gonna.
I think it's aspect of storm.
Yes. I think so. I think it is. I think it's the one that we have. Okay. All right. You don't like that model though?
I like the model. I just don't like playing it.
Okay. All right.
I like all the models in this set.
Yeah, everything in this is super cool.
We broke the rules, and Cameron and I are not solely focusing on aesthetics.
Yeah.
Oh, I did all aesthetics.
Definitely broke the rules on this one.
Minus some things. There's some things that I didn't do aesthetics on.
Yeah, mine's not purely off of aesthetics. Mine's is, do I want to actually play this model?
Fair. Yeah, that's fair. All right, let's move on to KO. Clearly, the Ironclad is my favorite, and my least favorite is the Argonaut Company. I mean, that's just where it is. The Ironclad is such a cool model. Yes.
I agree with that.
Or
my favorite
Code Right was a close second. Because him reading a battle tome essentially he's basically telling you how you play KOs. You just put your eyes on the battle tome the entire time.
I love the engine riggers.
Okay.
Just everything from their abilities to what they do to them having giant saws on them and being this army of shooting that has these saws that run up to you. Just I love all of them.
Engine riggers are pretty good. Yep, I agree.
And 100%, my least favorite is Argonaut Company. I refuse to remember that many profiles.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
And that brings me to not wanting to play them. I'd rather have engine riggers and know exactly what I'm getting into.
Fair. Yeah, I think KO's got a real bad... I was for sure they were going to fix the profile thing in the new book, but apparently
not. No, and I will add a third to that. I third the motion. There's too many weapon types. It slows down gameplay. They're cool, but they just take forever with that many weapons, and it's just no.
So what's your
favorite?
favorite?
No Argonaut Company. I really like. I'm gonna mispronounce these names. I'm gonna have a Gutrapaz moment here, so I apologize.
Awesome.
So,
that's awesome.
Brock Grungson?
Yes, Brock. Yep.
Okay. Or the Engine Master with dirigible suit. They don't have wings, but they do fly, and I really like that they have individual dirigibles. I think it's just
it's
so cool.
Adorable. They're like little fat babies with little loons on them.
I know.
You just want to go over to them and go, oh my god, they think they're people.
Yeah.
So
they have individual dirigibles.
So for anyone that doesn't know, I gotta go through the Gutrapas thing that they brought up because it's just too funny. So if anyone's watched Season of War, go watch that. But Jordan's wife, she does a lot of the voiceovers during the battle reports, and there was they did a Cruel Boys battle report, and for whatever reason, she just said Gutrapas instead of Gut Rippers. And from now until the end of days, Cassie will always be made fun of for Gutrapas because it just was so funny. But anyway,
Well, there may be another moment tonight because there are armies that I've never played before, and I'm going to attempt to pronounce some of these names. So,
yeah. I just had to explain that because that was so funny when I heard that. All right. So let's move on to Lumineth. Okay, I got a hot take here. The best looking model in this is the Shrine.
yes.
I mean,
concur.
let's just be real here. That Shrine is
We're going with terrain piece.
freaking gorgeous. Best terrain feature in the game, hands down.
It does look very, very good. And probably is the best terrain feature.
So Cameron, you do yours because that's definitely Erica and I's favorite.
Mine is the Light of Aetherion.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty
Just
good.
everything about that little boy, I love. He's so good.
Oh, let's see if I can spell it right.
And you've seen the way I painted mine. He's just a blender. It's just covered in blood, running forward. Just this guy in the suit. Well, there's no guy. It's just a suit, and he's just running over to you.
Yeah,
and people are like, "What's he do?" And it's like he kills you, and then he pokes you, and you die.
Yeah, he is extremely cool looking. I won't lie. But it doesn't beat the Shrine for me.
Oh, that's cool.
Also, building that model is amazing because there are connection pieces you do not know. You're like, where does this connect? Oh, that's a very interesting way to connect that.
So not easy to build.
It's a medium difficulty, I'll say.
Right. Well, my least favorite are the Wardens because no one got time for those stupid spears. Right? Like, those spears are dumb. Can we be real? You can't even play the game with the stupid spears because you can't even get into them because their spears are in the way.
So they're working just as planned.
They're so dumb, those spears. I cannot stand.
When you have to face a unit backwards so that you can get into combat, there's a problem.
For real.
Fair enough. My least favorite's got to be the Banner Blade. Just...
Okay.
I never find a use for him. Like, he's cool, but he kind of looks like all the other Lumineth.
And his banner is obnoxious.
Yeah, it's pretty obnoxious.
It's just I never find a way to use him or anything like that. It's like I could do that, or I could just do a million things better.
Erica, what's your least favorite?
It's Bannerblade.
Okay, all right. So we got some.
At some point, enough is enough. We do not need excessively large banners.
Yeah, fair.
And then you can actually, for my favorite, you can put Alarith, Spirit of Mountain. I knew you were going to pick the Shrine.
Okay.
So I wanted to do something different. And I think the armor detail is absolutely gorgeous. The movement that it gives you, looking like the wind is blowing, and then incorporating the mountain look.
Okay,
so it's a really pretty.
I built this model for the first time like a few months ago, and if you take the armor piece that's on the very top, like the actual where the mountains lay, and you just do what's under that, it looks full straight, just like a normal guy, and like you could just put a head on top of him, and it looks like a normal guy, and it's just a straight normal big guy with some hooves. And so if you take that top piece off, like you could actually do probably some pretty cool customs with it.
Yeah, I could see that. It's just a really cool model. It's a mountain goat. Mountain goat mountain.
It's a mountain goat mountain.
Yeah.
Just updating this. All right. Moving on, getting away from that faction. Oof. All right, Seraphon. I should just put Seraphon up here, because everyone loves Seraphon, right? Everyone? No? Okay. Obviously, the new Croak is my favorite. What an extremely good looking model. I will say a lot of the new models too are pretty cool looking. The new salamander replacement thing. I can't remember what it's called, but the
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
yeah, it looks super cool. Like, and what a sweet paint job they did in the preview. But yeah, that's definitely my favorite. The least favorite is the guard. They all look stupid and the same. They just are dumb.
Old model syndrome.
What?
The old model syndrome. They all look the same.
Oh, yep. So those are my two.
What do you got, Erica?
Croak and Croak.
Yeah, Croak.
So my favorite is the new Croak, and my least favorite is the old Croak, because Finecast is awful.
You should
Sad. I have two of those
I have
Finecast ones.
PTSD from trying to build that model.
Yeah, there were some words that were said during the building process of the old Croak.
Oh, yes, that was not fun. Do not recommend. But the new Croak is gorgeous. Now ours is still Grey Sadness, but it's built. But it's Grey Sadness. So
Fair.
it's a blank
fair.
canvas.
Blank canvas. It could be whatever you want it to be.
Right.
It could be an old Croak if you wanted.
Well, old Croak is now just another slam.
My favorite is the Engine of the Gods.
Okay.
One, I love the name and just saying, what's that model? It's the Engine of the Gods. And it's just this big old dino with a platform on him. And just, I love the idea of just it wobbling forward with all these little skinks on top.
Genie.
Yep, exactly. And my least favorite is the Bastillodon with the Arc of Sotek.
Okay. Alright. Okay.
Melee Bastillodon.
It looks very frumpy.
Yes, it looks frumpy, and I actually fought one of these for the first time, like not that long ago, like maybe 2 months ago, and then I was like, oh my gosh, I've never actually fought this. What does it do? And then he finishes like, yeah, that's it. And I just nodded. And I was like, oh.
Tilly's not worth it unless you take the solar engine. I'm just saying.
He's just sad.
All right, moving on. Stormcasts. We got a wide range of models here, but how can you not like Celestin? How can you not like Primetime?
Oh yeah, that's my favorite too. Just the Celestin Prime.
It's just
his little whirlwind going up. He's just this presence on the field. You never know where he's going to be coming out.
Right. What an absolute rock star sculpt this is. Oh, such an awesome model. Primetime is mine, and then Night. Come on, everyone's gonna say Night Heralder, right? Like, what a stupid model that is. That's the one. Just because if you're not super versed in Stormcast, the Night Heralder is the stupid one with the horn. Like, no one likes that model.
Though it is a really bad one. I just put I believe it's prosecutors.
The flying dudes?
Yeah, they look amazing, don't get me wrong. But I always feel sad fighting them.
Oh, because they just die to a swift breeze?
Yeah, it's like, oh man, these are such cool models. Oh, there they go. Off in the breeze.
Alright, what's your favorite, Cameron?
Oh, it's Celestin Prime.
Oh, yeah, Celestin. Okay, yeah.
He's so good.
Yeah, he's super good. Primetime.
I love prosecutors, don't get me wrong, but I feel so bad fighting them and playing them, and just like, they just don't have a purpose for me.
That's fair. Erica, what are yours?
So since you both have already said Celestin Prime, I'm going to go with my second place, which is the Drakesworn Templar, or the Lord Celestant on Star Drake. Wings, things with wings. Is it Matt that has the one that's got the bright pink highlights in it?
Yeah, we have 3 of these dragons in the house.
They're so pretty, and I don't like
so
the paint job on that, specifically the one that you guys have that's got those like the bright pink highlights.
took
Super
3
pretty.
people in like 2 weeks to paint that thing, and it was
Well, and you guys
absolutely
changed
beautiful.
the seat, right?
Yeah, we
Where
had to customize
looks like he's
the seat.
sitting on a chair on top of the Star Drake. I like the way you guys did yours better. So specifically, I like that.
Because we wanted the Celestin on it, but we took Prosecutor wings and we put it on the back of him. So we wanted this angel, and so he couldn't fit actually where he's supposed to sit. So we had to change locations of where he's at.
Yeah, that's a really cool modified model. Least favorite for me, I'm gonna go with the Lord Exorcist.
Lord Exorcist.
I don't
even know
who decided that looks like an exorcist.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
yeah,
is
But
the-
it definitely doesn't.
Is the Lord Exorcist the one that's always taken, or is it the Night
No.
Exorcist?
It's like I get the like priestly stole looking thing going on.
No. It is Lord Exorcist. That's the one that everyone takes. That's the one that's got the
No, this is not the one that people take.
You sure?
Yes, because I'm looking at the model right now. It is not that.
I don't know. It just to me it just doesn't look exorcisty.
What's the one that does
and there's-
the translocate? Oh, I guess they all can do that technically.
And this one's a wizard, not a priest.
Oh, okay, that's not the one then. You're right, that's not the one.
He looks like if the Pope was wearing armor.
Which how many models do you need to have armor on? I'm just saying. After a while, there's only so many ways to depict armor.
I mean,
Well,
it is Stormcast.
when your entire army is just souls
I know.
and
I
armor.
know.
I mean,
I
it is
know.
Stormcast.
But now we get into a Fyreslayers thing. At least they don't all have the same hair.
100%. 100%.
I'm just like, meh. It's the things with armor.
Alright, moving to our last order army, Sylvaneth. And of course, this isn't any surprise, Alariel is definitely my favorite. She is a baller. She is... What a sculpt that is. Love it.
You know what? I was going to say the Warsong Revenant, but now that you have Alariel there... Warsong Revenant's my second favorite, but Alariel is my first.
Yeah, Alariel.
I painted my Alariel. I spent
your
time
Alariel
on
looks
that.
good too. And then my least favorite is the Seekers and Lancers. It's a cool model, like in the game, but they look stupid. I don't like their wings. I just don't like them. Just not a fan of the way they look.
You know, they would probably be a close third to my favorite unit if only they had the rule if they could be 2 inches away from each other.
Do they have to be 1?
Yes, they have to be 1 inch away from each other, and it is hell.
Yeah, that
I had to
terrible.
custom bases to make it
that's
custom
right.
bases and then tilt them,
Yeah.
and it still is a pain in the butt to get them to be right next to each other.
Yep.
That's pretty funny.
But my least favorite is Dryads. They're so
Okay.
basic.
They are basic, but I like them.
I don't like them.
Hey, at least there's a lot of different cool model sculpts they have in the line. They're like not all the same ones. They have different. They have different models, so.
I just don't like Dryads.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm with you on that, Erica.
I'm gonna go with Arch Revenant for my favorite.
Wow. Not
I
Alariel.
love the way. Well, okay, I like Alariel.
I spelled that wrong.
I also really like Warsong Revenant, but I think the wings on Arch Revenant and the Gossamet Archers. I like those types of wings, and I love the way people paint them to look almost translucent.
It's so beautiful.
I just the wings. It's the wings.
I think Sylvaneth is like close to like the most aesthetically pleasing army I've seen. Just with everything that they have. And that's why I had
look
one.
at that. Look at how pretty those wings are.
Yeah, I mean, Arch Revenant is cool, but I
like it.
I can't beat Alariel Ryan the Beetle. It's just she's so what an awesome
Mr.
model.
Beetle Boy himself.
Yeah, and then what's your least favorite?
Okay, so this one's for a very interesting non-Warhammer related reason. I don't like the endless spell, Vengeful Skullroot.
Okay, sure.
Oh.
And the
Sure.
reason
No one does.
The reason I don't like this one is because I can't look at it without thinking of the grandmother Willow from Pocahontas, and it just makes me laugh every time somebody's got it on them. I just can't. Grandmother, I can't.
Grandmother has joined the battlefield.
It looks like the grandmother Willow from Pocahontas. I expect something to like her face to pop out of the tree. I don't know.
That's pretty funny.
I like that reasoning.
Yeah, that's where I am with that one.
All right, we are done with order. Let's go into chaos.
Oh boy.
All right, I gotta say my favorite is what the army I started with for Age of Sigmar was Nurgle, and
Don't worry,
just
you
have
can
to-
be wrong.
I just have to say Nurgle. Nurgle's my favorite. I love the way they are. I love the concept of disgusting is beauty. Like everything that the Nurgle gods want is for everything to be disgusting, but in a beautiful way. I just love it. It's just a cool.
From a pure lore perspective, I think Nurgle's one of my favorites. In the game perspective, it's my least favorite.
Okay, is that your least favorite?
Yeah, Nurgle is my least favorite.
Oh, that's
I
such a
don't-
bummer.
I don't want to play Nurgle.
Me too.
Oh, you guys both suck.
Least
Nurgle.
favorite.
Oh, dude, come on. There's gotta be some people in the chat that love Nurgle. Come on.
Don't worry. I absolutely love Nurgle lore perspective. Everything about every single one of their models, like the beasts of Nurgle, beautiful. They just want to give hugs. They're just
Yeah,
little
they just
puppies.
want to give hugs. They just want to hug you.
Yeah, exactly. Lore perspective, 100% favorite. Everything else, nope.
Oh
Gone.
my gosh. My least favorite is Slaves of Darkness. This is a hot take because I really do like Archeon and Be'lakor, but those are the only two models I like. I really don't like anything else in the army. I just don't. I'm just not a fan.
I
don't
don't
know.
want to play against them, and they don't match any of the styles I like either. So don't
Yeah.
worry, I get you.
Okay.
My favorite faction is Slaanesh.
Yeah,
love playing
I know.
Everything game-wise, chaos, everything in the game perspective, I love about Slaanesh.
If Nurgle wasn't my first army that I picked going into Age of Sigmar, I would have picked Slaanesh because from a
Also,
from
yeah,
how
Slaanesh was
you
my first chaos army too.
how you like the lore of Nurgle, I really like the concept of Slaanesh. Like I just think it's such a cool.
Agreed, 100%. What about you, Erica? What's your favorite chaos faction?
Skaven.
Skaven, okay.
I really like just the whole army is awesome. I love Skaven.
It's great. Agreed.
Yeah, rats are pretty cool. Rats are pretty cool.
Love it. Least favorite's Nurgle. They're gross.
You guys make me sad inside. I do like the warp stone that Skaven had. Like, the Plan Scryer is just such a rock star.
They're probably a second for me
Yeah.
for my favorite.
Chaos has
Love
got some good stuff, right? Like, I
Yeah.
think they got some good stuff. Like even Slaves of Darkness, is fine. It's just the one I like least. All right. I'm really sad you guys both don't like Nurgle. It makes me sad inside. All right, moving on. All right, let's go to Beasts of Chaos. My favorite is the Doombull because he's badass looking. Like, what an awesome looking model. And then my least favorite are Gores and Ungors. They just are boring. They're just super boring.
Fair.
Those are mine. Although I know there's going to be a lot of people in the chat or on the YouTube comments that say the Dragon Ogres are terrible, which not gonna lie.
Oh, don't
They
worry.
are.
I'm not disagreeing with that. It's just they're not my least favorite. My least favorite is the Razor Gore.
Okay, yeah, all right.
I hate the little piggy.
Yeah, all right.
The little piggy.
Okay.
Never
fair.
gonna use them.
Yeah.
Joel's never gonna convince me to use them. Just
I'll find a way. I'll find a reason. They're good somehow. I don't know how yet, but I'll figure it out.
you know, you could stay in your dreamland all you want. It's okay.
What's your
My favorite is the Ungor Raider.
God. Really
Heck yeah.
disgusting pick. Why is it your favorite?
Because I absolutely love the ridiculousness of them on the field. Like, it's not off of aesthetic. They're not good on the aesthetic, and I think that just makes them even better. And it just, just think about it. Picture in your mindscape. You look at your opponent, and what do they have on the field? They have a single shaman and then nothing but Ungor Raiders. And you're going to be like, what the hell is this? And
I just wanna direct everyone to the slide. Look how absolutely stupid these guys look.
Oh, they look so ugly. They're so beautiful.
Oh my god, they're so terrible. All right, well that's Cameron's. Erica, hopefully you have something better than that, because.
I like the Sigor.
Okay, Sigurd. Yeah, okay, I'm with you on that. I'm with you.
I think the detail in it is really cool. I love models that have movement in the sculpt. I just think it's cool.
Yeah.
Least favorite has to be the terrain piece. I'm sorry, it's a turd stone. It's not very. It's not very. It doesn't have presence compared to some of the other faction terrain pieces. It's just so underwhelming.
I am now going to always use the term turd stone when anyone brings Beast of
I'm
Chaos.
sorry.
100%. That is now its official title.
Oh,
It's the
that's
Turd Stone.
awesome. That is awesome.
It's just not. It doesn't.
In fact, you know
Like-
what? We're doing turd stone. That's awesome. That's
I'm
literally
gonna,
awesome.
I'm gonna play a beast player. It's like, all right, and let me guess, you're gonna put your turd stone in the corner. And you're like, what? It's like, you heard me.
Like even the furnace for Fyreslayers looks cool.
Yeah, the
So-
Hearthstone is. Yeah, it's probably one of the least.
It's so underwhelming. It's like
Yeah.
here's a rock with a mask on it. Worship this thing. I just they could have done so much better.
It's pretty funny.
Sorry, Games Workshop. Someone's offended.
Yeah, I know. Oh, whatever. All these sculpts are super old. Look at these square bases. Anyway, all right, moving on. Blades of Khorne. Oh, there's some cool sculpts in here. This one was a little bit harder for me. I know a lot of them kind of look similar, but like there's a lot of cool sculpts. But I have to say that Greater Demon of Khorne is a beast. And I mean, like, that thing is massive and looks awesome.
Yeah.
And then my least favorite is, even though I use it, the Skullmaster is so stupid looking. He looks so stupid with his little sword out, like he's gonna like take on the world. Like, dude, you're gonna die and you do die all the time. So
Calm down. Just go sit in the corner. You're gonna die.
Skullmaster is so bad.
What's yours, Erica?
Wings, Bloodthirster.
Any variety?
Yeah, yeah, and then Karnak.
Karnak, the three-headed.
The
Dog?
good dog?
Yeah.
You do
Is he-
or do not like him?
Do.
Okay, yeah, Karnak's
Okay.
awesome.
Yeah, that's a close second.
I love my little Cerberus boy.
Close second. Least favorite, I think, is the Scylla. Am I saying that right?
Silence.
Oh yeah, the Scylla.
Scylla?
Yeah.
Scylla?
Yep.
Yeah, I just think it's super cartoony compared to the other models, and it's just kind of out of place with the rest of the models in the army. It just
What is this? How do you spell this?
Scylla.
Scylla.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
like
okay, I
it's
see
like
it.
the monster holding.
He looks like a cartoon.
yes, it's just super cartoony comparatively. Like it belongs.
yeah.
I don't know.
And
It
his
just
pose
feels out of place.
His pose is like he's drunk and he's going, I'm gonna get you.
I mean, it's Khorne, but he's corny, and it's just yeah.
What's his last name?
And Figrim.
Oh, okay, I'll just look it up.
Yeah, that's why I didn't attempt that one.
What is yours, Cameron?
My favorite is Valkyria the Bloody.
Oh, yes, she's so cool.
She's so great, and she's my favorite because she's the Blade of Khorne model I'd use in other armies because I'm not playing Blades of Khorne.
I'm
with you on that. The how do you pronounce? Is it Valkyria? Valkyria. She is cool. I was tempted to put her on here, but
I'm really tempted just to buy her model, even though I would never use her.
Yeah, I think she's got a place in the new book. I don't think she's the best thing, but I do think.
Oh no, but she's cheap and decent.
Oh, dude, she's such a cool sculpt, though. Like, look at this. Look at this sculpt, man. That's such a cool sculpt. She's cool looking.
She's just my little demon Valkyrie, and she has wings.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
My least favorite is the Wrathmongers.
Yeah.
I hate those models. Every single time I walk through the store and then I see the Wrathmongers, I look at them and I'm like, oh my god, they're so ugly. And I purely think it is the way that they were painted on the display models.
Fair.
Right? Like, if you change their skin color to something else, I think they look great. But their display colors that they decided to do on the Wrathmongers, on the store boxes, is ugly.
Yeah, I can see that.
And it turns me off of them every single time.
All right.
Fair.
Let's move on to Tzeentch. The Changeling is by miles my favorite. This guy is just so cool looking.
That's a cool paint job on the picture you chose too.
Yeah, it's such a cool model. Like, just the model itself is just so cool looking. It's not super. Oh, the Ogre? Yeah, Ogre would be a close second for me. Yeah, Ogre is good. But yeah, this guy's just cool. He's just ominous. I just love the sculpts. He's cool. My least favorite is the Magister. That dude's dorky looking. Like, the Magister on disc is fine, but just the walking Magister looks stupid. So maybe the original Blue Scribes, James, but if you customize it, like, I like my Blue Scribes. It looks pretty good.
I think they're fairly easy to customize, make your own.
Yeah.
All right. My least favorite is the Exalted Flamer.
Okay, fair. Yeah, fair. Yeah, I'll give it to you.
I find no use of it, and every single time I think about using it, I look at its stats. I'm like, wow, no.
It's bad.
And then I
Yeah,
go away.
it's bad. People still try to get the shooting Eternal Configuration Army working, and I don't know how, man. It's not very good.
Do it without the Exalted Flamers. Take normal Flamers.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Just do that way. And my favorite is the
Oh, boy.
oh man, what I can't even remember his name. It's the Summoner on disc.
Gaunt Summoner?
Yeah, him. Yeah, the Gaunt Summoner. There we go. Gaunt
Okay,
Summoner
yep,
on
yep.
disc. And purely for one reason. Every single time I see him, I absolutely laugh. Because I don't play Tzeentch, I only face Tzeentch. And I'm like, oh, please take a Gaunt Summoner on disc so I can kill him and you lose half your army.
I mean, yeah.
And it just puts a smile on my face.
To be fair, from an aesthetic standpoint, it is a cool model.
Oh, it looks good. It's just it
It's
makes
a
me
weird-
laugh every
it's a
single time
weird
someone
model.
takes it.
Right? That's a weird looking model, but it's cool. It's different. All right, Erica?
Wings. Anyone want to guess? Taking it.
Kairos.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a
There's
cool
just
model.
such
He's a cool model.
cool paint jobs
Yeah,
for Kairos.
yeah. I can't
Change. They're just so cool looking.
Can't argue with that.
The giant chickens are great. Every time.
Yeah, they're fantastic.
I gotta show you the Lord of Change that we got.
Yeah, it looks like it's got a solar system painted on it.
It's pretty cool looking.
Can't wait
It's
for
really
that.
Cool.
Super cool.
What's your least favorite?
Pink horrors.
Yeah.
Specifically, the banner bearer. Because unless you weight it down, it is going to fall over every freaking time.
I can't
Come
argue
on,
that.
Games Workshop. Come on.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can't
fair.
argue with that at all.
100%.
But I also hate pinks.
I
Hate
give
them.
it to you.
For
Man,
the
that-
inspiring passion of a million hot suns. I hate
I
them.
just don't want to take pinks just because I don't want to move the stupid banner because it literally falls over every time.
You have to weight it. Like, here's my pink, and here's the 25-pound weight that comes with it. It's
Right.
just ridiculous. Ridiculous.
All right, we're getting to Cameron's fave, Slaanesh,
Oh.
and I'm sorry, now this being said, there are a ton of models in this army that are cool. I can name a ton
Yes.
of them. Contorted
Mhm.
Epitome,
Oh, yeah.
the harp chick, Keeper Secrets, the Sinessa and Dexessa. Man, those are such sweet paint jobs when people do those. There's so many models in this army, like most of it is amazing. But Glutos is he's the one for me. That's the one. And then the least favorite is the Seekers. They look stupid. Like, not necessarily the things writing the Seekers themselves look stupid. Like, the little tongue
Okay.
out thing, they're
You
they're
don't
dumb.
like the little.
No, they look stupid.
All right. The big Seekers are good. The little Seekers, oh, I hate them. They're-
Sure.
It's like a
because
velociraptor
they are
and
different
an
models.
anteater.
Yes,
Together.
yes,
And
exactly.
had-
That's exactly what it is. And it looks
It's a
stupid.
velociraptor anteater.
That's exactly what they look like when I see them. Is an anteater. That's exactly what comes to mind. Is an anteater. All right, so Erica, let's start with you.
I'm gonna say Dexessa. Is that how you pronounce
Yep.
it? Yep. Okay, I'm so bad with this.
The paint
I just
jobs.
I love the way that they created a model that is floating without putting a clear post through the center of it. That to me is a stunning, inventive sculpt because you get that float. Like Nagash is the same way. You get that floating without needing to put that clear post in there. So I really like that.
Can we just just for a second, can we admire the paint, the sculpt and paint job of this model is just
It's so beautiful.
I mean,
really
it is gorgeous. That is such a gorgeous model. Oh, all right. Anyway.
Yep. Myrmidesh Painbringer.
The Myrmidesh, okay? All right.
It
forgot what it
looks
looks like.
like it belongs in cities or Stormcast. It's probably the helmet. It's just got too much armor for me. Like, why is it even in this army? I just feel like someone was like, "Oh, let's take a picture of this new army." Oops, what is that doing in there? Well,
I
it's
don't
the
know.
Slaanesh now.
I don't know. Myrmidesh Painbringers look pretty cool.
Do they look cool? Yes, but I just don't feel like they fit in this army, which is the same thing that I said about the dinosaurs that were in cities.
I mean, sure.
So I just don't think it fits the overall aesthetic of the army necessarily.
Sure.
I can see that. Yeah.
So I still think it's cool.
All right. My
All right,
least
Cameron?
favorite out of all of them are Slangors. I don't like the way they look, and I'll never use them.
Okay. All right. Sure.
Fair enough.
Just,
Okay. That's fair.
yeah, just don't like them. And my favorite, and it's just something I'll take for every single time I use the army. Just every single one.
Sigvald.
No, it's the mesmerizing mirrors.
Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Got it. Yep.
Okay.
I'll take it every single time. It's just a
I have no
giant
idea about
freaking hand holding a mirror, and it's beautiful. It's
Nice.
good in the game. It's beautiful. It's I'll take it every single time. It's not that expensive.
You know, the other a good worthy mention is the faction terrain.
That is
I-
true.
I do like the
There's
faction
some
terrain.
really good art for that.
I do like that. All right, let me get a good picture of the mesmerizing mirrors.
I think it's just mirror, but
Oh yeah, it is just a mirror, right? I'm gonna post
Michael-
this because these are all good.
my close second is the epitome, just because also that mirror is
Yeah.
great.
I like contorted epitome as well.
I don't like the
Oh, yep.
What?
face. Don't like that face. Mm-mm.
No?
You
The
don't
face
like
on
that?
the spell.
Oh, the face on the spell. I mean,
The
sure.
The one that
Nice.
looks like it's projectile vomiting a
Hooks.
mess of.
Mm-mm.
But look at the faction terrain, though. Oh, so cool looking.
Yeah, that's pretty.
And what's this? What's the?
What's the
she-
heart?
Entrapness and
Oh.
Infernal
That's a really pretty
Raptress?
one, too.
yeah, Enrapturous. Yeah, that's what it is. Oh, such a cool model too. Like that is a disgusting. Like if when you really look at it, it's a disgusting model, but it is so cool looking.
It's beautifully disgusting.
Yes. Yep. That's. I mean, isn't
See,
that
this
Slaanesh?
is beautifully disgusting. Nurgle is not.
Okay. You know what?
It's just
Nurgle is
disgusting.
disgustingly disgusting.
Speaking of Nurgle, let's do
Exactly.
it.
Gross.
Gut Rot and the boys are my favorite. Gut Rot is such a cool model. I have a couple that I could go to, but I mean Gut Rot is just my favorite. Lord of Plagues is really boring and I don't like him, so those are mine.
Lord of
Uh,
Plagues.
Yeah, it's like Lord of. It's not even. I think Lord of Blights is even cooler because he's got the little hanging thing.
Mm.
But Lord of
Yeah.
Plagues is just a dude. It's like a Blight King with an axe. That's all he looks like. It's kind of boring.
So my least favorite is kind of similar. Mine's just the basic Poxbringer.
Okay.
He's just so simple. I just don't don't like him.
Sure.
I don't see a major use for him. He's simple.
Yeah, I mean, other than summoning him for a GC in today's game, other than that, yeah.
That's it.
All right, what's your
my favorite of all of them is the Sloppity Bile Piper.
Oh yes, such a good.
Sloppity's okay.
Such a good model.
He's so ugly,
he's so
and
happy,
disgusting, and beautiful, and
so happy.
And just all of his mechanics of just singing songs, and just I just like was like.
Man, look at that paint job though.
What is he going to do today? He's going to sing this horribly named song about farts.
Yep. It's fantastic. Good pick.
Yep. That's a good one.
Erica?
Mine is Beast.
Oh, I should have known. I should have already known.
Yeah, Beast of Nurgle.
I should have.
And if you kind of shave some of the pustules off and stuff, and give them the mouth that doesn't have a lot of slobber, they're really cute. You can paint their little tendrils, like little ombre. I know they're so cute. They just want hugs. Second place for me though would be Horticulus Flanax. I really like.
Oh yeah,
the Horticulus.
The slug.
It's a good one.
Yeah. It's good.
That's a good one. Least favorite. I mean, Demon Spew, Morbidex.
Oh, I don't know about that.
What's Blob?
They're the. What do they call them? They're the.
I don't know. They're just gross. Most of them are just too gross for me. They're just meh.
I think they're just called the Maggot Lords. Yeah.
I don't know.
I like them. I think they're cool looking.
Nurgle's just too ugly for me.
You guys don't even know. You guys don't even know. Alright, let's move on to Erica's favorite, Skaven. And I picked the Doom Wheel because why wouldn't I?
Yes!
Heck yeah, Doom
I
Wheel.
love the Doom Wheel.
Is the Doom Wheel not the coolest
likes
model?
the Doom Wheel.
Oh, yeah, look at Kylo. He has no idea what's going on.
Yeah, I know you like the Doom Wheel too. Okay.
Alright, well,
I have a lot of
what
dogs,
did you do?
Erica, is your favorite the Doom Wheel?
Yes.
Okay.
Don't worry, my favorite's the Doom Wheel too.
Oh, nice! We are all on the same page.
Yes. I also like Vermin Lords. I like the Storm Fiends. I think Storm Fiends are really cool. But yes, the Doom Wheel is nice.
I think if George was here too, he would also say the Doom Wheel.
Yeah, it's the Doom Wheel. Actually, I asked him, and his was not the Doom Wheel for his favorite.
Rat Ogres.
No, it was the named hero, which I'm completely blanking right now. Yeah, Thankful.
Thankful, okay.
Thankful is his favorite and least favorite.
Okay. All right.
My least favorite is the Vermin Lord Corruptor.
Oh, that's sad.
This better be gameplay and not aesthetics.
It is. It is purely based off of gameplay.
I forgive you now.
Because I was going through the entire list of Skaven, and I'm like, I'd play that. I'd play that. Yeah, you know what? I'd play that. And like as I was going through, I might actually have a change of heart on this. And just for one pure fact, I think it might actually change to the Scryer Acolytes.
As your least favorite?
As my least favorite.
I think Vermin Lord has play. I really do think you can use him.
Not the Corruptor. I
think he does. I think with the Nurgle artifacts for him or sorry, not the Nurgle. The what is he? He's the what sub faction?
I think he's the Nurgle one.
It's not Scryer. Yeah, it's the Nurgle one. But the Nurgle artifacts for him are awesome. Like they're really good, and like he can do some damage with it. With him.
No, he can't.
I'm telling you. All right,
I'll change mine.
James, if you're still here, you let me know what that artifact is, and like tell me what it does real quick, because this thing puts out damage. Vermin Lord Corruptor puts out damage. That being said, you have to build Pestilence. That's what it is.
There we go. Pestilence.
You have to build him in Pestilence, but the Pestilence artifact for him is extremely good. It's like D3 damage on 6s for his attacks or something. It's like super good.
Yeah, but it's like 4 attacks.
No, he's got more than 4. He's got like 8 attacks, doesn't he? All right, well, I'm gonna look at it later. But anyway. All right, what was your second pick?
Scryer Acolytes.
Okay.
I despise them from a pure, from an absolutely pure just buying them.
I forgot how
level.
to spell this.
They're, if I remember correctly, they're metal. They're so
Yes,
bad.
they are. Yes, they are metal. Yep.
And you had to buy them individually, and they come in packs of 5.
8. Okay, I was close.
And I believe it was like, I think we did the math on this, and it's like if you want to build the most expensive army in Age of Sigmar, you just do an army of Scryer Acolytes.
I mean, yeah, because they're all metal.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're so expensive for what they are.
Well, and they're expensive in real life too because they're metal.
Yeah. They actually cost more dollars per point.
One for $15. Oof. Yeah. No thanks.
It's $75 plus tax for 70 points.
That's crazy.
They're
Not
so
worth.
so
Not
bad.
worth.
Erica, what's your least favorite?
Honestly, the endless spell, the warp lightning vortex thing.
Oh, I mean, I know
It's
a lot of people
rock
hate that.
with some lightning. It's not radish.
I mean,
I'm
sure.
just saying, like, come
Sure.
on now. You've got this beautiful army of rats, and then you're gonna give me a rock with some lightning coming out of it. Come on.
Can we just all agree that Doomwheel is worth it?
Doomwheel's
Yeah,
good.
Doom Wheel.
Absolutely.
Great. If I had access to 4 Doom Wheels, I'd play them.
Yep. All right, next. Slaves of Darkness, and there is no one cooler than Be'lakor. Sorry, it is what it is. He might not be the best in combat, but damn that model.
Oh yeah, that's my favorite too. Is Be'lakor. Be'lakor all the way.
So
This is gonna
good.
be another 3 for 3 because
Ah,
I
Be'lakor.
also chose Be'lakor.
Yeah, Be'lakor.
It reminds me of the logo from Diablo 2 or Diablo 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. And people do such amazing paint jobs. Such amazing paint jobs.
It's
Like-
so many. It's
Like,
such
look
a
at the lighting
beautiful
on that.
model.
Yeah, it's
You
so
need
good.
to find the one that was pink from one side and blue from the
Yeah,
other.
the pink, purple, and the
Oh.
blue. Oh, it was pretty.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, it's definitely the best.
People
model
are
for
so
it.
creative, and it's so detailed.
They knocked it out of the park with the new Be'lakors. Do you remember the old sculpt? Looked so much worse. The old sculpt of Be'lakor. Here, I'll just
Is
so
this
we
the one
can.
that looks super cheesy?
No, you might be thinking of Demon Prince.
I might be.
Let's see if I can find. Yes. Okay. Look at the difference between these sculpts. New sculpt. Old sculpt. It's just not
Oh,
even the
boy.
same thing. It's just not even the same
Looks
thing.
like he looks like a homeless demon with a sword.
Yeah, for sure. Alright, then my least favorite are the Marauders because they look stupid. They're dumb. They just look dumb.
All right, my least favorite is the Mutilith Vortex Beast.
It does look stupid. I
It
gotta.
looks so stupid, and I would never.
Yeah.
I can't see a use for him.
Yeah,
He's
I'm
so
with you.
unreliable. He's so ugly. It's just no.
Yeah, James, we're on the same page. Right there with you.
Don't worry, James. You could be wrong.
Yeah, James, you're wrong on that. Liking that model. That model looks dumb. Erica?
I'm gonna butcher this name. Sarakar Blackwing?
Sarkar Blackwing. Alright, now I'm gonna need to look this up.
Pronounce or spell it?
Sarrakkar. Blackwing. It's a leader, and I just feel like for a leader, it is so underwhelming.
What is
Sarakar.
this?
Alright, it looks like a marauder mixed with like a Celtic druid.
But it's a leader.
Yeah.
So why?
I guess yeah. He's very simple for everything.
For a
I
leader?
don't even
Like,
know what
come
that
on.
is. Spell it again. S-A...
Alright, it's
R-
S-A-R-R-K-K-A-R. RRAKKAR.
Well, I've never. Hold on, I'm looking up.
It's got too many letters and not enough detail.
I've never
all the
heard of
letters,
this.
Just saying.
all the detail went in the letters.
Yeah, well, it could have had a simpler name and a cooler sculpt. I just think it's underwhelming.
Is that the? No, that's not it. I don't even know what. Oh, I see him now. Is it? Is it the? Does he have like big, like skull as a cup?
He's just a marauder with a skull helmet and a stick with a horn on it.
Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, I don't even know who that is. All right, great. Moving on.
See, he's that underwhelming that we had to look him up.
Never heard of him. All right, so then we're out of chaos, and we go to one of the better factions, death. In my opinion.
Death.
Yes, death.
Obviously, my favorite is OBR. Not even. I mean, it is hard to pick between all four of them, but OBR is my favorite. And my least favorite, which is going to be a hot take, because I know there's die-hard Flesh Eater Courts fans, but that's just my least favorite. I still think they're a cool army. It's just my least favorite.
So my favorite is going to be Soulblight.
Yeah, I should.
And my least favorite is going to be Nighthaunt.
Okay.
Oh.
I'd like Nighthaunt.
Why?
I don't like playing Nighthaunt.
Okay.
Like,
It's just-
against them?
Playing
with
probably.
If I had to choose out of all the death armies, Nighthaunt would be my least favorite one to choose to play. And don't worry, I would still play them. I have a crap ton of Nighthaunt models. They're beautiful. It's just if I had to choose between all of them, I would play not Nighthaunt.
Okay.
And this
that's
is
fair.
purely on the fact that I know Flesh Eater Courts is getting a fix.
Okay, fair. Erica, I'm gonna guess OBR is your favorite. That's my favorite.
I love skeletons, which is, I think this is why I'm so drawn to Necrons. If I were to ever do anything 40k, I love the skeletons.
Don't worry, I have
Living metal.
Necrons too for the same reason.
Love them. Least favorite.
James, you're also wrong, but it's fine.
Yeah, definitely wrong. Least favorite would be Flesh Eaters.
Yeah.
I
Also-
just think they're also really limited in their sculpt variety.
They are.
And meh.
I'm going to be incredibly hypocritical, and Flesh Eater Courts is not my least favorite, purely based off of lore.
I know their lore is.
I think their lore
cool.
is probably one of the best lores in the entire game.
And most people would agree with that. Their lore is awesome. But
100% brilliant lore.
All right, let's go into Flesh Eater Courts. Ghoul King on Terrorgeists is my fave. And then the Vargolf Courtier is kind of boring and stupid.
So mine is the Ghoul King on Terrorgeist is my favorite, because
Okay.
it's such a beautiful model.
Yes, it is a cool model.
And I have way too many Terrorgeists.
How many do you have?
5.
Oh my gosh, okay.
And then my least favorite is the Ghoul Courtier,
Okay, right.
because
Being a trend.
I would see that the ghouls would be my least favorite, but I can actually have a use for them, and Ghoul Courtier I don't see a use for.
Okay,
And they look just like a normal ghoul.
okay. Erica?
I mean, Terrorgeist, zombie dragons, things with wings.
Cool, we're just gonna do same thing.
Yeah,
Things with wings.
I mean, this model is fantastic, right? Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's great. I love the way that the wings look like they've decayed. Like it's just so cool.
and
it is
that's
so
an
well
old
done model.
favorite.
That's an old sculpt, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's pretty old.
and it looks pretty good for being old. So,
Yeah, it's really cool looking. Least favorite, I would say, would either be Crypt Ghouls or Crypt Horrors. I just think they're way too similar. It's not that they're bad. I just think if you're gonna have something that looks so I don't know. they're just the army just has a lot of limited variety, and so I think that's what I'm
Hopefully,
picking at right now.
hopefully a new book will give them that. I mean, the whole reason everyone thinks that they were disregarded for this next book is because they're getting a full refresh. But we'll see. Hopefully,
Yep.
that's
And I will
nice.
continue to cling to that hopium.
Me too. I think if there's an army that needs a new fresh take, it's flesh eaters for sure. I think. All right, let's move on to Nighthaunt and Black Coach. I mean,
Oh yeah, Black
Second
Coach
that.
is
it's
Black Coach is the best. Just all three of us.
yeah.
Are we gonna 3 for 3 on this one again?
Yeah, the Black Coach is amazing model.
Stunning.
I wish it was a little better in the game. I think it's getting there, but I still think it's not there yet as far as just competitiveness. But boy, what a stunning model that is. The Craven Throne Guard are my least favorite. You just look dumb. They're just underwhelming.
And with James down there, Morngol is my second favorite. I just love the coach way too much, and I hate that you had to go to a different website just to get the Morngol. But my least favorite is the Glaive Wraith Stalkers.
God.
Whoever's idea was this needs to be fired.
What an awesome! It's a cool model. They just suck. They literally just blow.
It's a cool
They
model
just-
that will never see play.
Never. It is so terrible. Isn't it like 4s and 3s -1 damage or something
It's
stupid?
4 models with a 4 to hit, 3 to wound, -1 rend, 2 damage, 1 attack each.
That's
And
so
that
bad.
is it.
They're so bad. There's only 4 models. You get 4 attacks out of it.
And they're not even more than 1 wound. There's 1 wound each.
They're so terrible. It sucks too because I think I've got 8 of them, and I'll never use them. Never.
Yeah.
I'll never use them.
Never use
You
it.
could use them to sub in for something else that you don't have.
I don't even know if I want to, just because having them on the table just makes me angry.
Yeah, exactly. Same.
It's just so. Come on, Games Workshop. You can do better than that. You can do better than that. All right. And it's funny because they keep lowering the points, but they'll still just never be used. They're still terrible.
You know, if
It
you
could be
make them,
free.
if you
I
make
don't
them
know if someone
20
would use
points, I'll take them.
Okay, sure.
0.7
honestly,
damage
if they
on
were
that profile.
If they were realistically 70 points, I still wouldn't take them. I'd take an endless spell or something. Like they're garbage.
I see play at 40 points.
Okay, maybe. Oh,
And that's it.
So bad.
That is absolutely it.
I think you get 0.6 damage against a 4-up save. Oh, that's so terrible. All right, Erica.
Yeah, awful. Least favorite, I have to say, is the Spirit Hosts. And I think the reason for that is because they are used so much to enhance other models that it feels like they took over the leftover decorations and stuck it on its own base and said, yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, fair.
They're such a pain to build.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they're obnoxious to build. I don't know. I just feel like they belong as an enhancement to other models, not as their own standalone sculpt.
Sure.
So.
All right. Let's move on. Let's go into OBR. To this day, the Harbingers. It's so again, lots of models in here I can call as awesome sculpts. Stuff that I think is my favorite. The Crawler, the Harvester, Catacross is probably my number 2. Like right after the Harbingers, because it's still one of the best sets on a model ever. Like that dude is awesome looking. They knocked it out of the park with him. But I just think when I think of OBR, I think of Harbingers. I think like these are my dudes. And then my least favorite is the Soul Mason because it's garbage. It's garbage.
See, I played Legions of Nagash that use the Morghast Harbingers and all that. So whenever I think of the Morghast Harbingers, I would just think of Nagash. and then I think of, man, I wish I could play Nagash, and then they're no longer my favorite.
Hey, Nagash got a huge gold up. I think he's
Yes,
still.
he did.
I think he's
still
actually.
He's also more
don't-
expensive too.
Yeah, but he's really
not,
good.
still not as. I still won't use him.
I think there's play. I definitely think there's Nagash play.
They got rid of his ability to use Arcane Bolt multiple times, and that is.
Yeah, but he can take all of the lower. He can still use all of that. He
What,
is a
all
5-up
six-
board now.
All 6 spells.
He literally has a 5-up board. That was the biggest downside for him was he didn't have a ward.
100%. But now they made it so you're almost never going to be able to cast all 8 spells.
Maybe.
My favorite is Catacross.
Yeah,
Just-
I mean, yeah.
It's just one of the best.
I'm
set
glad
pieces.
you picked him because I want to put him on here because he's just
He's so beautiful.
yeah he is what a rock star sculpt this is. Oh, it's so nice.
And my least favorite is the Soul Reaper because it's a good model, but they keep finding ways to make him not useful.
The only reason I didn't pick the Soul Reaper was because the model itself is cool again. I love the model. I love the sculpt, but he is trash.
Yeah, he's trash, and I love the Morrison Soulmason stupid pants, and so I'm gonna put the Soul Reaper above.
No.
He has beautiful stupid pants.
No, the pants are stupid, and the crisscross applesauce in the chair is just weird. I'm sorry. It's
Right,
just...
if I'm on a battlefield and I see that walking to me, I'm going to laugh.
He's like in this little
Yeah, and it's going to come up to me, and I'm going to laugh so much looking at that. Which, being OBR, it gives them a strategic advantage. Then I'm going to die. It's it's all part of the plan.
James, I think you're thinking of Death Riders. I actually like them. They're just garbage in game. I think they might have
horse
a little bit
guys,
of play.
Liege Cavalos, and maybe not, I don't know. My favorite is yes.
All of the above.
I mean, if it's a skeleton and it's in OBR, yes. Except the Soul Mason, that's my least favorite. I just, I love this army. I think it's absolutely stunning. Yeah, it's really cool. I just think yes, Soul Mason, weird pants, crisscross applesauce, can't handle it. Everything else, yeah.
Yeah, that's a sweet army. I love the Bony Boys.
Yeah, they're just good.
All right, Cameron's favorite.
All right, you want to take a guess?
Who you're? Ooh, I don't. Oh, Direwolves.
Direwolves, baby.
Come on.
Oh yeah, they're my
There's
favorite.
not even any question.
Puppies everywhere.
Oh man, what is that? Going to be fighting 50 dogs? Heck yeah.
If anyone has played Camaron with Soulblight, you would know. Just dogs. That's all you need to know.
Dogs everywhere.
He owns the pound.
And
It's
you're
like-
just
it's
going to be
like-
like, what the hell am I going to do against this? And I'm going to
It's
be like,
like-
ha ha ha, exactly.
It's like Oprah.
This is what happens
you
when
get
the
a dog,
Dalmatians grow up.
You get a dog. You get a dog. You get a dog.
What was that? Your dog.
Mine was the Mortis engine. I think that sculpt is super.
Oh,
cool.
so beautiful.
Bloodseeker, Palanquin, and Mortis Engine.
Yeah. Okay. Same thing. Yep.
Yep.
All right. My least favorite out of all of them is going to be the Necromancer.
Sure.
I just don't like how he looks. He's
Yeah.
one of the very few non-named heroes, and
Sure.
I find he has lost a lot of his use in the new battle tome, and I just don't like him.
Mine was the White King on foot because that guy looks dumb.
He looks so dumb.
Dude, the White King on foot looks stupid. I'm sorry.
The
I
White
just-
King also looks like he belongs in OVR.
Sure.
And I feel the same way about the Sons of Velmorn or whatever the heck they're called. They also look like they belong in OBR. They have no business in Soulblight.
I mean, they still have
Beautiful.
skeletons. They're still skelly boys.
Yes.
What's your
OBR.
least favorite?
The White King.
Oh, okay, the White King. Yeah.
Or the Sons of Elmorn.
I like the Sons of Elmorn. Like, I just love their aesthetic.
I would rather see them in OBR.
No, because we need good skeletons. You have your skeletons over there. We have our skeletons.
Alright, we are moving out of death, and we are going into the last sub-faction, or last Grand Alliance, sorry. Destruction, my favorite. Definitely my favorite. Alright, I mean, this is obvious, right? Gloomspite Gitz are the best destruction faction ever. My least favorite is Suns. Just, I mean, it's a cool faction. It's my least favorite, and they're not very interesting. So.
Fair. My favorite is Ogors because they're amazing. They're my belly boys. We're having brunch together, and the brunch is you.
Ogres are a close second for me.
And my least favorite is Sons of Behemat because they're all the same.
Yeah.
Touche. Am I allowed to just be completely impartial?
You don't
Like,
any
destruction to
No
me
cares.
is just meh. Like, each army has
how?
models that I like and models that I don't. And they're just kind of all like, meh.
That is absolutely.
I don't really want to commit to a favorite or a least favorite because they're just kind of,
No, destruction is fantastic. I don't know.
Yeah.
How can you not like spiders, squigs, / ball sacks? Because I mean, let's be honest.
I like
goblins
the spiders.
and trolls. Like how can you not like that?
Or just big guys with big bellies, and they just
Big
want to have
dudes.
lunch.
Yeah.
Each army has good and bad.
All right. Well, she
Therefore,
loses out
each
on this.
army
It's
is
fine.
kind of equitable.
It's fine.
and-
Everyone can be wrong. It's fine. It's okay. All right. Let's move to my love, my fave. I could say there's a billion of the favorites that I have in here. Obviously, the Loon Boss with Mangler Squigs is my favorite because, like, how can you go wrong? But there are so many cool sculpts here. I mean, even the older ones. The spiders are cool. The trogs are cool. I can go on. My least favorite is the Madcap, just because it looks stupid. But I even that doofus looks okay, and I'd still use him. So definitely, the Gobblepalooza looks awesome. I mean, there's so many good favorites in here.
There's so many good choices. If I had to choose one, I'd say it's the Loon Boss of Mangler Squid. Same.
Yeah.
It's so fun to use.
Yeah.
If I were to play the game, I'd play it, and it's just,
He's cool.
yeah, it's so great. And my least favorite, surprisingly enough, is the Snarlfangs.
Yeah.
I love dogs. I love them all.
They are boring.
But they're so boring and so bad that
Yeah,
it
yeah.
immediately turned me off on them.
Yeah.
And I was going to go gung ho and buy like 20 of them.
I have 5, and that's all I'll buy. I have 1 box of them, and that's it. Just so I can have them, but they're not good. They're not very good.
I am in agreement with James.
I knew it.
Fungoid
James!
Shaman.
Yeah, Fungoid Shaman, yeah.
It's amazing. It's just got the cutest little mushroom cap. It's adorable. Least favorite is anything with a Mangler Squid. I can't with the squigs. I can't.
It's okay, you can be wrong. It's fine.
They look like they just look inappropriate. And they're just like, come on now. They're just weird. Just don't like them.
You can be wrong. It's okay.
Yeah.
I know. I normally am.
My favorite thing with them though is you take the rubber squig dice and you just glue those to bases, and then you just take those as squigs.
Yeah.
And I think that's the best conversion I've ever seen.
Fair enough.
It's just they're so simple, and all the squig dice are meant to look like squigs, and you're like, wow, that was easy.
All right.
breaking the system. Look at how cute that is. It's adorable.
Next is Ogor Mawtribes. I went for aesthetics here. I think the scrap launcher is awesome looking.
It does look pretty cool.
That is such a cool model, and just the concept of it is awesome. My least favorite is the Frostsabers because again, they're boring dogs. I'd rather have direwolves.
Same. Those are my least favorite too. I hate the Frostsabers.
Yeah,
They're so boring.
Yeah, they are. Really
They're
boring.
purely there for a battle line tax that people would cry.
That's like the perfect keyword for them. Battle line tax. Like it's just Frostsabers.
Yeah. And my favorite is the Noblar. Oh yeah, Noblar every day.
I hate Noblars just because they are so overpowered that people just don't even know.
They don't even know. And I will take them in every single ogre list I ever play, and I'm going to laugh the entire way.
The problem is trying to find Noblars that people have painted because they're not used very often.
No idea why.
Find them?
Fair enough. Well, while you're looking for that, the scrap launcher is also my favorite.
Nice.
I love that the tusks are from like the monster trucks. I love the little Noblar dudes. I think a catapult full of crap is just fun. Like, what do we got? I don't know. Throw it in. We'll launch it. I love it. And then Joel, you're gonna need to get that picture that I sent you.
Yetis? Is that what it was? Was that what you were referring to?
Yes. The Icefall Yetis just have such strange looking faces. They do not strike fear at all. They look like a lemur with no tail that woke up on the wrong side of the bed. And Joel has a picture to prove my point.
Yeah, I'll get it here in a second.
They're not menacing. A Yeti is supposed to be menacing. And they literally look like a lemur with a wrinkly face.
Hold on, I'll get the picture.
I'm waiting for this picture. I searched for this to prove my point.
Okay, they don't look exactly like that.
They look so close. They look so close.
All right, let me see this picture. I'll be the judge of this.
I don't know if they look exactly like that, right?
Come on! It's an Icefall Yeti.
Well,
It's an Icefall Yeti. I mean, come on. I can't.
That's pretty funny. Alright, I don't know why this turned black, but that's fine. We're just gonna move on. Okay, so we are moving on to orcs. And I didn't do these in sub faction. I just did all of the war clans. But Gobsprak's my favorite because what a cool model that is. I will say it's not very stable.
No, not at all.
The amount of
Beautiful
times
model.
we've had to fix this stupid thing because it's broken off on his
The amount
legs.
of creative vocabulary that has been spoken while repairing it.
Yeah. And then Wardock is stupid looking and old and dumb.
Wardock is pretty stupid looking.
Cameron?
All right. So I did all of them separate. I think if I had to choose between all of them, my favorite would be the Snatchaboss on Sludgeraker.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one.
But the other ones was for Bone Splitters was the Warzog Prophet, and then Iron Jaws is the Maw Crusher. But out of all of them, it's the Snatchaboss.
Can't go wrong with a cabbage.
Yeah, the cabbage is pretty good. And my least favorite out of all of them is the Belchavana.
Okay. Why is that?
I have no use for him. I have like 3 of him, and I just don't want to build them. And just you made a hero that was never going to be used, and I just don't like him.
Okay.
All right.
Erica?
I'm going to go against the grain on this one. Wardock is my favorite.
What?
I just like that he's so freaking goofy, and he's like doing his little dance and shaking his little stick, and he's just casting his spells. I think he's hilarious. I love Orruk.
Wow, I would not have expected you to say that. All right,
Well,
okay.
the goofiness fits with orcs.
Sure.
It doesn't necessarily fit with some of the other armies, but in this case, it works. I've embraced it. I love the goofy.
Sure.
See, that's why I love the
Least-
Warzone Prophet.
Least favorite, and maybe there's something that I'm missing here. Probably that's definitely the case. Savage Boar Boy Maniacs versus Savage Boys. Like, why would you take 5? They have fewer weapons for more points instead of taking the normal 10 Boar Boys.
I don't know. I don't play Bone Splitters.
I just don't like. I don't understand why we needed that unit at all.
Yeah, I couldn't
And
tell you.
I don't know.
Couldn't tell you.
It just doesn't make any sense to me, and therefore I don't like them.
Don't play them, and the Boar Boys were my least favorite too.
The Wargok Prophet is the bane of my existence. I will never forget that stupid thing. So I just put them out of my misery.
Oh, I just love his little dancing posture.
I hate that model so much.
He just taunts you. He's just like, Joel,
There's so much
come join the
dancing.
party.
I hate that thing. All right. Our last faction, Sons of Behemat, and obviously it's King Brad for me. You don't have a whole lot of choices here, but if I had to pick, it's King Brad's my favorite. My least favorite is the Man Crusher.
Fair enough. Erica, I want you to go first.
I mean, okay, so a giant is a giant is a giant.
Yeah.
And if you like one, you kind of like them all. I will say I really like our King Broad because of how well the person we had commission the paint job matched it to our current army. Like, it is flawless how well King Broad matches with the other giants that we already had. So
the
for
base
that
is like
reason,
identical. You would never know someone else painted
it's
it.
stunning. It's he did an absolutely stunning job matching the aesthetics of the current army, and you would never know that it came separate.
Yeah.
So I like that. I think I like the army. I enjoy playing them if I want something simple and, like, you know, stuff them in a bag. Like, I just want something goofy and fun. I really just don't have any complaints about the army. They're just, you know, a giant is a giant.
Giant is a giant.
Giants.
Do you have a least favorite?
I mean, just like, yeah,
They're just
no.
all the same?
I'm just gonna put giants across the board for you.
Okay. So
Cameron.
my least favorite, I'm gonna have to go with the Kron Spine Incarnate.
Okay, that's not
Um,
Sons of
It
Bahamut.
just doesn't
That
just
is
doesn't go
not-
with the army. It just doesn't go with the army. I don't like models that just don't die. And I think my favorite is going to be Kragnos.
Okay, what? It's not even. It doesn't even make sense.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just don't like giants.
Oh my god. I'm just gonna do Cameron's weird. Kragnos. There.
I just don't like
Yep.
giants. I don't like
Nope.
playing them. I don't
Cameron
like.
wins this one. He wins.
I don't like
He
playing
wins.
them. I don't like playing against them.
Hey, I did the best I could at LBL. Okay.
If I was going to fight a Sons of Behemat army, I'd rather them have Kragnos.
Sure. All right, and that's it. So I am very curious for people who watch this on YouTube. Put your favorites and your least favorites in the comments. I'm really curious to see what people say on this. I will say as we get further and further into AOS, right? As we get more history with it, I will say Games Workshop is knocking it out of the park with a lot of the new sculpts. A lot of the new sculpts look really, really good. Even the little foot heroes that we have that they're starting to put out now, like the Bat Chica
Yeah.
for the new Soulblight. I even like I think it's kind of a cop out, and he looks very similar to the rest of OBR. But even the new OBR dude looks cool.
What is your favorite model? Your favorite unit in just the entire game?
Velikor.
Be'lakor?
Yeah.
What about you, Erica?
I mean, Velikor.
Probably Croak.
Okay, that's fair.
Mine is the Light of Ethereon.
Okay,
I
that's
just
good.
love his posture.
Yeah, he is cool. A lot of Ethereon is pretty cool, and he doesn't have to be big. He's just a tiny little dude, but his statue is just really good.
All right, and what is your least favorite unit in the entire game?
Go Trek.
What about you, Erica?
I mean, that was real easy.
Least favorite model. I don't.
Or least favorite unit, I should say.
Pretty much most of Nurgle.
Oh my gosh!
Least favorite unit is Nurgle in
You
general.
play Nurgle all the time.
I know.
I'm
I enjoy
offended.
playing Nurgle. I just think they're gross, and no.
I was
Gross.
really expecting you to say Go Trek, and that makes me upset.
My
Cameron.
least favorite out of all of them is the Glaive Wraith Stalkers. I 100% serious. Whoever made that design or whoever made those rules needs to get fired. And
It was so
my
bad.
my second favorite is the Arknot Company. My second least favorite, I should say.
Yeah,
Yes,
they're pretty
yeah,
underwhelming.
I agree with that.
They're pretty underwhelming.
I just don't want to play those.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's fair.
I don't want to play against those because it takes 8 million years to get through
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
All right, well, that's what we got for this episode. Again, we wanted to do something a little bit fun before we get into some more reviews because they're just coming fast. So that was our take on our favorite and least favorite models / units for the game. So what we have coming up, obviously, we already said Battletome reviews, Soulblight, and OBR coming up. I will be getting back from a trip on Monday, so I will only have a small amount of time to get one of those done, so I'm going to do the best I can, but the show must go on, so I will try to get that up on Tuesday. Other than that, please like, subscribe, follow, comment. This on Twitch and YouTube helps us get our name out there and grow the community a little bit. I know our Slaanesh review is just booming right now for the views that we got. So I appreciate all the people that enjoyed that review. Other than that, that's all I got. Cameron, Erica, anything last you guys want to say?
Well, thanks for hanging out with us.
Awesome.
You need to hurry up and face me with the new Soulblight. I need to renew the memories of dogs in your mind.
No, I'm just gonna move on and go get beer. Because beer sounds good. All right. On that note, we will talk to you guys next week. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.